Good morning guys, hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So in the previous vlog you saw I made it to Jhansi. I'm still in the neighborhood of my hotel, just walking around while the phone is charging, taking in some sunlight. And today we are going to change our base station, so we are moving to Orchha, which would again bring us into Madhya Pradesh. But the funny thing is the ride today is just 18 to 20 kilometers, that's about it. So technically you could do Orchha as a day trip from Jhansi itself. There's a couple of points there that you want to check out and then you can come back. But since my ride to south continues further, there was no sense for me to come back. I would want to go forward in that direction. So I'm changing my base so that I can, keep going forward without having to come back here. And that's why the short and sweet ride. So it's just 8:15 right now. Probably in another 20-30 minutes we'll be leaving on our way off to Orchha. So let's get started. In the meantime, I'll walk around. I see a few shops. I'll see if I want to grab some tea or coffee to wake up, or if I don't find anything, I'll just directly hit the road. Let's see what's the neighborhood like. Alright, so it's just 10 a.m. I already found myself a decent hotel. It's very budget friendly and my room is down on the ground floor, very close to the reception. And everything they said, there is a temple, there is a river viewpoint, etc. The fort are kind of close by, half kilometer, 1 to 2 kilometer or so. So I'll see if I want to just walk there or ride there. We'll see. I have to orient myself a little bit, but right now I was just taking in the sunshine and exploring the views. That's the main entrance over there, 2 floor, and the rooms are pretty decent. I'll show you the room as well. So this is the neighborhood. There is also a ATM nearby. We crossed that gate, and this is the hotel Shivam Palace where I'm staying at. There are also some palatial, exotic looking hotels over there, and most of the hotels are along this road, and the riverfront and everything is also down there. So I'm just gonna unload, lock the room, quickly check Google Maps, and then take a call whether to walk or to ride over there. So decided to take a short walk, and in just 5 to 10 minutes I'm already at the fort. So all the monuments around are very much walkable, and that's the Raja Temple right there. So probably gonna save that for later in the evening, maybe catch a sunset, because down there is the river Betwa. Not very clean, but anyways, that's the river side. So maybe the view in the evening of the sunset is still better. But for now, gonna check out this fort and the surrounding areas. And there are a total of 3 to 5 spots here, so not a whole lot to do anyway. So just a half day or a 3/4 day should be more than enough, but let's grab ourselves a ticket first. Okay, I am inside the fort now. This seems to have a couple of different complexes within, monuments within the complex. So it's a full-fledged fort complex here. It's a 50 rupees entry ticket. And I was just chatting with the staff at the counter, and they say this fort is not maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India, the ASI. This comes under the state government, and this is perhaps the only monument maintained by a state government that's profitable. So I told him, can I get a discount in that sense? But he started laughing. Anyways, it's a 50 rupees entrance ticket for this, and from what I gather, there are two main things I think here: the Jahangir Mahal, the Raja Mahal, and the Shahi Hammam, the bathhouse, and 3-4 other spots that were mentioned on the list. So, but out of those, the Raja Mahal was built by the then ruling king of Bundelkhand that used to stay here, and Jahangir Mahal was built for Jahangir, and he only stayed here for one night. And the geography of this fort is pretty interesting. The Rajaram temple is visible behind me. I already showed you the Betwa River, and we crossed a bridge to get here. So it's built on a moat. So it's like a mini island fort, and it's like a forested area all around. So, and because it has access to water, so the king actually shifted his capital from his erstwhile location to here to have easy survivable conditions. So let's go start exploring. There's one spot there. This one seems to be under, this seems to be the meeting hall, the Divan-e-Aam, where the kings used to listen to the prayers of the common public. Let's walk around and orient ourselves. So I was reading the board sign. This is indeed the Divan-e-Aam, currently undergoing some renovation work, I think, because of this scaffolding. And there is this king's seating at the corner over there. Then this were for the ministers, and then this was for the general public to voice their concerns. And there seems to be some traditional paintings from the British era over there, but notice how the ruling king used to sit in a quiet corner over there, because he only used to pay heed to matters of major concern, not every single public concern. So most of the things were handled by his ministers that used to sit here. Pretty interesting. And the notice board also says that this was built by 3 subsequent rulers of sorts. So the original Raja that shifted the capital, then his son, and then his brother, and then finally this came to life, including the Divan-e-Aam. So that is the place where the Raja used to sit to enjoy the musical performance. That's his amphitheater, and this is the seating for the musicians. Pretty cool arrangement. So this point in the fort is very helpful to orient yourself. So this was the Raja Mahal that I was exploring. That is the Jahangir Mahal where we go to next. Look at how it is built like a fort. So it's a fortified palace for Jahangir. And that right there is the Chaturbhuj Temple. This is the Betwa River, and right next to it, that whitish building with dome-like structure, is the Raja Mandir. So this is perhaps the only place where Ram was treated more like a king. So that's a Raja Mandir dedicated to him. And from what I hear, the cops used to visit that temple first, get the blessings, and then start their duty. It's a unique perspective of the temple. So we're gonna go that side of the river after, but for now we're gonna go explore the Jahangir Palace next. And notice how, because this is the river flowing, you have to cross a bridge. So this fortified kind of residential complex of the king back in the day had a very strong moat from protected by the elements of nature and the intrusion from the enemy. So you have to, there's a single point of entry and exit into the fort. Alright, so done with the two palaces, the Jahangir Mahal and Raja Mahal. So this fort complex is pretty much covered. Just gonna take a nice walk across this lush green gardens, and from the place where we entered across the bridge, we're gonna cross over. So the locals helped me orient myself. So across the bridge over there were the two temples that I showed you, the Chaturbhuj and Raja Temple. And in that direction, another half kilometer to 1 kilometer is the new temple, Kanak Mahal or something like that. And behind that are the dome-like typical structures, Raja ki Chhatriyan, to pay homage to the ruling kings of different eras. So we're gonna do that and then take a sort of lunch, come rest, come recharge break, and then post that in the evening we go do these temples and chill by the Betwa River. That's pretty much the plan. So made it to the new temple. This was the new temple, newly constructed, but the doors are shut. It's not even 12 noon, so I don't know why. Maybe it's not open to public yet. Anyways, there is the Betwa River already and some snack shops. So probably gonna look for something decent to eat if I find something, and then hang out at the Betwa River. So this is the Betwa River with pretty intense flow. I also saw some boats and river rafts, so probably they do some boating here. That's the Raja ki Chhatri, the Cenotaphs, to pay homage to the kings of their era. And from there you can also access the banks of the river. And here people are hanging out, taking a dunk. Just some people are washing clothes too, which is not supposed to happen, but yeah, it is happening. We're just gonna hang out here, enjoy the sound of the gushing water, relax a bit, and then go over there to check out the Cenotaphs. Alright, so made it to the Cenotaphs. That behind me is one of them. So I'm sitting on the premises, and there's like a group cluster of cenotaphs dedicated to different rulers of their era. And the same entrance ticket of 50 rupees that I took at the fort is applicable in all of them, including the Lakshmi Temple. And the guy mentioned that since I'm walking around town, it's easier if I go to the Lakshmi Temple from behind the Raja Temple. It's a shorter route that way. If I walk from here, it would be a little bit longer. So the plan would be to just sit here, enjoy the lush greenery, enjoy the aroma of the roses, and take in the views. And after that, I'll take a lunch break and rest break. And then in the evening around 4 p.m. or so, I'll venture out again to capture the 3 temples, do the darshan, and then spend time by the Betwa River, enjoy the sunset if it doesn't become too cloudy. For now, it's absolutely sunny, so hoping to capture a good sunset in the evening.
A few inches later.
So time for exploration round number 2, and this is what I've learned from the reception folks about the timing of the temples. So Lakshmi Temple and Chaturbhuj Temple are open for the most part of the day, but the Raja Temple, the main temple of the entire premises of Raja it closes at 1:30 p.m. It opens at 8:30 in the morning, and then later in the evening it opens again at around 8 p.m. or so, and there would be lighting and stuff. So planning to do the other two temples, the Chaturbhuj and Lakshmi Narayan temple now while there is still sunlight, then enjoy the sunset, and then eventually go to the last Raja temple later in the evening and check out the evening vibes of that temple. That should do it. So kind of help make a chronology of when to visit what. So just made it to the Lakshmi temple. It's atop a hill, so climbed up a little bit, went inside the temple. Now I'm playing with this curious soul. He's super curious. We're playing WWE up on the hill. So yeah, while he's messing with me, he's a bit playful, so I have to be careful so he doesn't rip my clothes apart. So yeah, it's just resting here, waiting for the sunset time, and then we'll start heading towards the riverfront area. Meeting a lot of cute dogs today, just resting in the heat. There's another one, no care in the world, just happily sleeping. Also from here you have a pretty good view of entire monument cluster that you visited. So this also seems more like a fortress, so I climbed up as well, so you can go up there. There are some people doing photography up there. There's the Chaturbhuj Temple, the two Mahals that we visited. The Cenotaphs are also that way. So all the city monument cluster is over there, and I am about 2 or so kilometers away from that area. So I walked here, took 20-25 minutes. Most of it was a pretty easy walk. Just this bit is a very steep uphill climb, though it doesn't feel like much. So it's 4 p.m. We still have a lot of time till sunset, about 2 hours or so. Then we'll start heading towards the waterfront area after resting here for a little bit. So made it back to the Cenotaphs. It's just 5 p.m. and boating and cruising, river rafting are happening. I think river rafting has stopped, but boating is happening from here. That's the leaving dock. And I see some sort of a campsite over there, maybe the government forestry department's campsite. That's Cenotaphs behind me, and the sun is setting that way. But I'm going to spend time here by the banks of the Betwa, enjoy the sunset views, and then eventually we'll go to the Raja temple at 8 p.m. when it opens. It's just 5. So that should be the final point of the vlog and the last checkpoint of Orchha as well. And in the next vlog we'll be on the move. Hope you enjoyed the vlog and the India Darshan travel series so far. That was it for this vlog, and I'll see you again in another episode. In the next episode, we'll be changing our base again. This time, slightly longer ride and onwards to a new location that I've not seen before, again in MP. But it's popular, but it's gonna be my first time. So see you again in another episode. This is the Rustic Wanderer signing off.